And a very good Tuesday morning to you. It's time for us to take a look at some of our national and international headlines for today. First of all, Marine Le Pen has been raided. That is her offices, her National Party headquarters. As you recall, she's considered part of the far right. In France, she's running for president, and she's been accused of misusing European Union funds. Again, every time that this has come up, she has denied any wrongdoing, and as I believe she's been cleared thus far. Not sure exactly what it is that they're looking for, except for the fact that EU law specifically prohibits paying members of a party unless they're actually doing work for the EU. And they're alleging that she took EU money. She's part of the European Union representation there in France and has been paying her party members. Now, what's interesting is that she's running on an anti-EU platform. Putin left deeply upset after Russia's ambassador to the United Nations died suddenly in Manhattan following a suspected heart attack. Totally unexpected. The guy was only 64 years old, actually. I believe today was supposed to be his 65th birthday. President Trump has named a new national security advisor. It's Lt Gen HR McMaster. And remember the whole Swedish incident, not whatever happened over the weekend. Now some of the Swedish police, two of them that were interviewed in that film that Trump was quoting, said that they were taken out of context. The questions that they were being asked, that they were responding to, is not the questions that they were being asked in the final edit. So they feel like they were the victims of bad journalism, and then that bad report was used as justification for Trump as a reference to something else. And anyway, you get where this is all going, right? Fayez al-Sarraj, he's the leader of the Libyan government that's backed by the UN. He wasn't hurt, although his convoy came under fire. And apparently all of the vehicles were armored and no one was hurt in that incident. The cost of Trump family security is vexing officials in New York and Florida, and they're asking President Trump to include the money in the federal government to make sure that all of the rest of the United States gets to bear the cost and not simply those cities where the president is choosing to keep his family and his business aspects. That'll be the subject of my commentary today. Also, Russia has signed a large contract for the delivery of T-90s, the main battle tanks, to a Middle Eastern country. That country not named in the report, however, they say that they're close to getting a deal on a second one as well. So we're seeing a resurgence of Russian hardware going out into the field. Also, Russia has reduced oil production ahead of schedule, part of their OPEC arrangement to reduce oil. Also, there was a protest in Guinea, a teacher strike, and the strike itself began about 3 weeks ago on the 1st of February, and it turned violent on Monday with at least 5 people killed, several dozen others injured. They are now calling it an illegal strike. Vice President Mike Pence has warned NATO that NATO has to boost defense spending or else their American partners might lose patience with them. More protests here in the United States as thousands have taken to the streets for Not My President's Day rallies. Many people demanding the president's impeachment. You probably saw at least a little coverage of that in some of the mainstream media. And Iraqi forces have pushed into ISIS-held southern Mosul. So it looks like they are very close to retaking that from the Islamic State. Russia has rejected Montenegro's claims that Russia was involved in a coup, or a coup attempt. And the last story we have for you is our new Secretary of Defense, James Mattis. Actually, Mattis made an unannounced visit to Iraq on Monday. While he was there speaking to reporters, he wanted everyone to know that the United States is not in Iraq to seize anybody's oil, despite the fact that President Trump, back when he was on the campaign trail, said numerous times that the United States should have taken Iraq's oil when we invaded in 2003. That's what we've got for our national news. Make sure you check out the commentary, and if you like what I'm doing, please become a supporter either by becoming a patron at Patreon or by buying a direct subscription at radiofreespeech.com. And by the way, if you have any news tips for me, or if you'd like to hear me do a comment on any particular topic, send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. Thanks.